Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here, because this space is all about fun, learning, and exciting content that you'll definitely enjoy. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, give this video a big thumbs up and share it with your friends, because the more we grow, the more amazing content I can bring for you. So sit back, relax, and let's dive right in. Let's go. The 1-cent euro coin dated 2007 is the smallest value circulating coin of the euro series and one of the most ubiquitous small copper-colored pieces carried across the eurozone. Physically it is a lightweight, thin, round coin made of copper-plated steel with a mass of 2.30 grams, a diameter of 16.25 millimeters, a thickness of 1.67 millimeters and a smooth edge. Dimensions and composition chosen to make the coin cheap to produce, easy to distinguish by touch from larger denominations and suitably durable for heavy everyday use. The coin's common side, the side shared by all euro area countries, was designed by Luc Lux of the Royal Belgian Mint and shows a large numeral 1, with the words euro cent, beside a small globe that places Europe in relation to Africa and Asia, framed by diagonal fine lines ending in 12 stars. A compact symbolic image intended to link the motif to the European flag and to make the denomination instantly legible across languages. The other side, the national side, varies by issuing country, and in 2007 you will find as many different obverse designs as there are euro issuing states, portraits of monarchs, national emblems, cultural motifs or national maps, each struck under the authority of that country's mint and often carrying the mint year and country identifier. These national motifs are the reason collectors usually identify a 2007 1 cent by the issuing country rather than by the common reverse alone. Technically, the design family dates from the euro's launch. Many circulating pieces are dated from 1999 or 2002, but the common designs were updated after EU enlargement, so coins struck around and after 2007 may reflect slight map or stylistic updates and carry different small marks or designer initials, Luc Lux initials, LL, or normally visible on the common side. Because the coin is copper-plated steel, it has a distinctive reddish color but is prone to wear and to the copper plating rubbing thin on frequently handled pieces. The steel core makes the coin magnetic, and the thin copper coating means that circulated specimens often show loss of luster or darker toning where the copper reacts to handling and environment. This is typical and not usually a sign of a scarce variety. From a circulation and economic standpoint, the 1-cent coin carries only 1/100th of a euro of face value. Many countries and retailers debate practical use. Some nations and retailers use rounding rules for cash totals, but the coins remain legal tender throughout the euro area and continue to be minted to supply vending machines, ticket dispensers and everyday transactional needs. On the subject of minting and production, in 2007 many national mints produced 1-cent pieces in large quantities. The coin's manufacture is mechanized and fast, and the basic blank and plating processes are the same across mints, though individual mints apply their own national obverse dies and sometimes different mint marks or small production marks that collectors track. Collectors' interest in ordinary 1-cent pieces is usually modest. Typical circulated 2007 1-cent coins are worth their face value to most users and only command interest beyond face value when they are uncirculated, part of a full national set, possess an attractive natural patina, or, more rarely, show minting errors, off-center strikes, double strikes, incorrect planchettes, misplating, or unusual die defects. Specialist collectors may seek uncirculated 2007 coins from particular mints, low mintage national issues, or pieces with verified mint errors. Such items can carry small premiums, often modest, a few euros, unless the error is dramatic and well documented. Condition matters a lot. An MS or UNC graded 1 cent will be worth more to a set builder than a heavily worn specimen, and grading by a reputable coin grading service will help establish provenance and price for rarities. Practical collecting tips: store coins flat in acid-free holders or albums. Avoid cleaning circulated copper plating. Cleaning often reduces value. Handle by the edges if you must touch them, and document any unusual features with high-resolution photos and notes about where and how the piece was acquired. If you are trying to identify a specific 2007 1 cent from a country, look at the obverse national motif, any mint marks, and the tiny die initials near the globe on the common side. These quick visual checks usually reveal the issuing country and sometimes the specific mint facility. For those curious about historical context, the 1 cent and the whole euro coin family was the product of EU coordination. The European Commission and national mints agreed a common reverse while leaving national freedom for obverses, a compromise that blends unity with national identity and helps explain why a 2007 1 cent is both instantly recognizable across Europe and locally distinct. Finally, if you want to know about market value or whether a particular 2007 specimen is rare, start by comparing your exact obverse design and mint mark to reliable catalogs, numismatic databases such as Numista, the Krause catalogs, or national mint publications. Check mintage figures for that country per year if available, and look for documented auction results for identical coins. Remember that for the vast majority of 1 cent coins the realistic resale value is small, so collecting is usually driven by completionism, finishing a national set, interest in error coins, or the aesthetic pleasure of well-preserved pieces rather than investment return. The 1 cent euro coin introduced in 2002 is a small but historically important piece of modern European monetary history, one of the copper-colored low-denomination coins that accompanied the launch of the euro cash system and replaced many national cents and pennies overnight. Physically it is a compact, lightweight coin struck for everyday use and mass circulation. Its planchette is a copper-plated steel which gives the coin its reddish appearance while keeping production costs low. Its edges plain, smooth, and its dimensions place it among the smaller euro coins. Official specifications commonly record a diameter of about 16.25 mm and a weight in the low single grams range. The euro's coinage was designed with two faces of meaning: a common side, the reverse, used across all member states, that carries the denomination in a stylized motif representing Europe, and a national side, the obverse, that each issuing country decorates with its own emblem, monarch, national hero, or national symbol. So a 1 cent coin minted in Germany, Italy, Ireland, or Spain looks different on its face even though the value and common side are identical. The common designs for the 1, 2 and 5 cent coins were created as part of the European design program and are most often credited to the Belgian designer Luc Lux. They emphasize Europe's place on the globe and the common value system that the euro represents, while the national sides celebrate local identity. In 2002 millions, in many cases billions, of these coins were struck across multiple national mints to supply the new currency that entered circulation on the 1st of January 2002, making the 2002 dated pieces the very first widely distributed euro coins and therefore of special interest to many collectors as issue year specimens. From a production and metallurgy point of view, the copper-plated steel construction means the coin will develop characteristic surface toning and can show signs of red-brown oxidation if stored in humid conditions. Unlike solid bronze or brass coins, its magnetic properties make it easy to separate or test, and the lightweight, low intrinsic metal value design intentionally keeps the unit cost low for a coin of such small face value. For collectors, 2002 examples are common in circulated grades. Hundreds of millions were made. But there are points of interest: uncirculated rolls, mint sets, and examples with mint errors, off-center strikes, double strikes, planchette flaws, or unusual toning. Patina command attention. Also, proof sets and coins still in original packaging from national mints are more desirable. The national obverses increase collecting variety dramatically. Because each country issued its own imagery, a single 1 cent denomination actually exists in a large array of designs across the Eurozone, and some national issues have small year-to-year design changes or lower mintage counts that raise scarcity. In everyday use, the 1 cent suffered from the same economic and cultural pressures seen worldwide. Many consumers and vendors debate the utility of the smallest coin. In some euro countries and businesses round cash totals to the nearest 5 cents while electronic transactions remain exact. That practical debate affects circulation. Coins can be spent, saved, or hoarded, and in some markets older or damaged 1 cent coins are removed from circulation and returned to central banks. If you are examining a 2002 1 cent for authenticity or value, look at the common side for crispness of the denomination numerals and globe motif. Check the national side for the issuing country mark and designer initials. Many national designs include the mint mark and a country identifier. Note the edge should be smooth, and check the date. 2002 is significant as the first issue year. Condition matters. A bright, uncirculated coin or a specimen from a national mint's proof set will be far more attractive to a collector than a heavily worn, scratched example from a pocket or till. For preservation, avoid aggressive cleaning, which can remove original mint luster and reduce value. Store coins in inert holders or albums, maintain low humidity, and keep copper-plated steel pieces away from corrosive chemicals. Simple archival flips or sealed holders are usually best. Market value for ordinary circulated 2002 1-cent coins is typically close to face value for the vast majority of examples. Premiums appear only for exceptional grades, proof specimens, specimens from low mintage national issues, or documented error coins. Finally, the 1-cent 2002 is not just a small coin. It is a tangible symbol of European monetary unification, the practical challenges of everyday currency, and the human interest that turns even low denomination change into a field of hobbyist study. Whether you're cataloging your pocket change, researching mintages from specific national mints, hunting for mint errors, or preparing a video or write-up, the 2002 1-cent euro coin rewards both casual interest and careful numismatic scrutiny because of its place as one of the first coins of the euro cash era, its many national obverse varieties, and the collecting pathways opened by early issue sets and preserved uncirculated examples. The €1 coin, value 1 cent, is the smallest denomination circulating coin in the euro area, and for the 2005 dated issues it shares the same physical specification and common reverse as every other 1 cent struck since the euro's introduction. It measures 16.25 mm in diameter, is 1.67 mm thick and weighs 2.30 grams, with a smooth edge and a reddish, copper-colored appearance because it is made of copper-covered steel, a steel core with a copper plating. The common reverse, the side that is identical across all euro area issuers, was designed by Belgian artist Luc Lux and shows a small globe with the then EU 15 highlighted, diagonal lines and 12 stars, and the large denomination, €1, the initials, LL, of the designer appear near the globe. The obverse national side varies by issuing country. Each euro member state produced its own national design showing things like monarch portraits, national emblems, famous monuments or symbols, for example Ireland's harp, Germany's oak twig, or Italy's Vitruvian figure, and the national designs for 2005 follow the country-specific themes used that year. The date, 2005, appears on the national side of coins issued that year. Historically, the 1-cent coin was introduced with euro coinage in 1999. Some coins are dated 1999, though widespread circulation began in 2002, and by 2005 it was firmly established in everyday use across euro countries for price psychology and cash transactions. However, over time several member states and consumer groups debated the practicality of coins this small because of production, handling and rounding issues. Surveys and policy debates have continued into recent years about whether to phase out 1 and 2 cent coins in favor of rounding systems, though any change affects both retailers and national monetary policy. For collectors, the standard 1 cent dated 2005 is common and generally has little intrinsic or numismatic premium above face value. Most circulation strike 1 cent pieces are worth roughly their metal and face value unless they show rare mint errors, special proof sets, or extremely low mintage national variants. Specialist coin catalogs and collector sites list specifications and occasional market prices, but ordinary pocket examples from 2005 are not rare. From a practical viewpoint, because the coin is copper-plated steel, it can develop surface rust if the copper layer is worn through and should be kept dry and handled minimally. If you are preserving an uncirculated example, do not use abrasive polishing or harsh chemicals because that can remove patina and reduce collector value. If you plan to sell coins, photographic documentation of both sides, noting the country, mint marks and the date, is important. Graded proof examples sold as part of national mint sets attract collectors and will command higher prices than loose circulated pieces. Finally, culturally and economically, the 1 cent coin is interesting because it sits at the intersection of design, shared European reverse plus national obverse policy, debates about rounding and minting costs, and everyday commerce. It's a small object that tells a big story about European integration, national identity, and the practicalities of modern cash economy.